inside for Albert. Albert will get the score. Fiddler, his farewell. He tapped into a legend and probably rugby league immortality. That's not a try, that's a miracle.
Rugby League Guru podcast. Team list Tuesday for round 8 has just dropped, and there is a lot to get stuck into, a heap of changes. Writing it out was absolute fucking chaos, to be completely honest with you. So we'll get stuck into it. Just a reminder, guys, 6 p.m. tonight, bloke.shop. The 2025 Bloke in a Bar jerseys go live. 6 p.m. tonight, bloke.shop. Make sure you are there. Absolute fantastic, great quality, unreal. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys rocking them up there at Magic Round in 2 weeks' time. All right, let's get stuck into TLT. Thursday night, 8 p.m, we have got the Broncos taking on the Bulldogs. That one's coming to you from Suncorp Stadium. For the Bronx, Selwyn Cobber at 1. Reece Walsh obviously out of this one. Dean Mariner returns to the side on the wing. And worth noting, Xavier Willison moves to the edge. We have seen this before. Keen to see how he goes there. For the Bulldogs, nothing major here. Harry Hayes, he returns on the bench for the injured Jack Todd. Friday afternoon, obviously Anzac Day. I'm actually going to be down in Melbourne for the Melbourne Storm game. We'll get to that very soon. But Friday, 4 p.m, Roosters v Dragons coming here from Allianz Stadium, the old rivals on Anzac Day. For the Roosters, one big change. Dom Young out of this side. Nawanga Nitawase, he will line up on the wing. A big move by Trent Robinson, one that he needed to make, in my opinion. And Egan Butcher only made his return to New South Wales Cup last week. Came off the bench at Mascot Oval for the Cup side, straight to the first grade side, coming off the bench. Big return from injury there, Egan Butcher. So a Butcher in for a Butcher with Nat Butcher out of this side, obviously. For the Dragons, Finau, he comes in on the wing. Fangai obviously out of this side. And worth noting, Emre Gula comes onto the bench for the Dragons as well. That one's going to be an absolute cracker Friday, 4 p.m. at Allianz. The Friday, 6 p.m. game on Anzac Day, we've got the Newcastle Knights and the Warriors. That one's coming in from Christchurch. So the Wires taking on the Knights. For the Warriors, some big ins. Chansical Clockstart, he returns at fullback. Torpiki goes to the wing. Rocco Berry also returns at centre, which means Kate Moore returns to the edge. And Leka Halasima, he returns to the bench. Personally, I would like to see him stay in the starting side. We spoke about it on Bloke in a Bar, which you guys can go tune into now. But we'd be moving their Corre into the middle and keeping Leka on wide edge. We'll see what they do there. For the Knights, big news. Dylan Lucas back on the edge. There were reports that he got on the plane to New Zealand this morning. So Dylan Lucas on the edge. Thomas Cant, he returns to the bench. All right, Friday, 8 p.m, coming here from Amy Park, Storm v Bunnies. I'll be down there for this one. Really looking forward to it. For the Melbourne Storm, Nick Meaney returns at centre. Garlic will be in jersey 9. Lazarus Varlipu comes onto the bench. And worth noting, Nelson Asafa-Solomona on the extended bench once again for the Melbourne Storm. I do wonder when we're going to see him in season 2025. The Melbourne Storm, that's how they will line up this week. For the Bunnies, big changes. Latrell Mitchell named at fullback for this Anzac Day game. You've got Bentley Harpe on the wing. Campbell Graham returns to his usual spot in the centres. Bud Sullivan returns from suspension at halfback. Ewan Aitken moves to an edge. Jai Arrow wears jersey 13 with Lockie Hubner out. And Jai Gray coming second in the Daly M's right now. He gets relegated to jersey 14 coming off the bench. I think he'll do really well in this role, to be honest with you. I think he can really break this game open at some point. Let's move to Super Saturday. 3 p.m, because of all the Anzac Day games, we do not have a 3 p.m. Saturday game. The first game on Saturday will be at 5:30 p.m. The Cowboys taking on the Titans, coming in from North Queensland. For the Cowboys, obviously coming off a bye, but no huge changes. Sort of the team that we expected for the North Queensland Cowboys, so no huge talking points there. For the Titans, Campiera returns on the wing. Randall and Furmore, they will be on the edges. Tommy Weaver remains in jersey 7. Dave Fafita back into the side on the bench. I am expecting him to probably start over Randall, but returning from a hamstring injury, we will have to wait and see. But big news there, Dave Fafita back in for the Gold Coast Titans. The late game at 7:35 on Saturday night, we've got the Penrith Panthers taking on the Manly Seagulls, coming to you from Combank Stadium. For the Penrith Panthers, Somerton at 9. Mitch Kenny out of this one. I have heard that Mitch Kenny's shoulder is holding on by a fucking thread at the moment. So to play 75 minutes the other day, incredible. Geyer will also come onto the bench. I watched him play New South Wales Cup last week and he was destructive as all hell. Ivan Cleary was on the side sideline watching that one, so it doesn't shock me to see Maverick Guy get an opportunity in this team. And as we said, Mitch Kenny out of this game. For the Manly Seagulls, maybe the biggest news of the week, Tom Trbojevic returns at fullback. Lehigh moves to the wing. Jazz Tavanga in jersey 13. And one that we tipped off in the preseason with their backline looking so stacked, we called for Tommy Talau to maybe turn into a 14 that you can use as coverage for the backs, but maybe as just an edge back rower as well. Chuck him through the middle for 15, 20 minutes. He has been named in jersey 14. I'm keen to see how that goes. I think people don't realise just how big Tommy Talau is. I think he'll be able to handle that role. Sunday afternoon footy, 2 p.m, Raiders v Finn. That one's coming to you from GIO Stadium. This one's going to be a cracker. For the Raiders, 1-17, no changes here. No notable changes for the Raiders. For the Dolphins, Francis Molo comes in at prop, his first game for the club, I believe. Nichols, he'll be in jersey 13. And as we reported earlier this morning in the Roo Crew, Max Plath has been named. I think he will be good to go this weekend. If he does not feature this weekend, he will definitely be back next weekend. They got those scans back. They were nowhere near as bad as what they expected. So very, very good signs there for the Dolphins and great for the Queensland Maroons as well. So Plath, I'm expecting him to play this week. If he doesn't, he will be back next week. Sunday, 4:05. Let's round it out for round 8. Tigers v Sharks coming to you from Leichhardt Oval for the Tigers. Adam Dewey moves back to centre because Lockie Galvin has got a recall in the 5'8 jersey. A huge move here by the West Tigers. Keen to see how it plays out. Royce, the choice. He jumps back on the bench, replaced by Tony Sakar last week, who actually never got on the field. So the big news there, though, Lockie Galvin in the 5'8 spot. Very keen to see how he fits in and how it all goes there. All eyes on that game this weekend. For the Sharkies, no Iro yet. We did report last week that he was a chance to come back this week, but we thought it was more likely the week after. So Hiroti gets another opportunity in the centre spot. Big news for Supercoach players out there that went with him. You're looking at another big price rise, which is great to see. And Hartapua, he's on the bench. No Toby Rudolph. This is actually a change that I would like to see made full-time by the Sharkies. I do think he offers a little bit more than Rudolph. And obviously it's via injury this week, I believe. But it's a move that I'd be making full-time for the Sharkies anyway. And of course, the Parramatta Eels, the resurgent Parramatta Eels with Mitch Moses back in after a big win on the weekend. They have their bye this weekend. They will return in Magic Round. Guys, that is your Teamless Tuesday live reaction for round 8. Just a reminder again, Bloke in a Bar jerseys, the 2025 jersey, they will be live 6 p.m. tonight, bloke.shop. Make sure you are there to snatch yours up. These will move pretty damn quickly.